a technique where I only morph target the head or use a blend shape or whatever terminology you use. I do it basically. These are these um, morph targets and or blend shape, and so I go ahead and add these into this. So let's say a smile. Let's say if I add this one into here, and then okay, I'm getting a little freeze there. Oops. All right. Anyway, I just go ahead and say make that frown face and add it in as a blend shape, and I can just go ahead and add a blend shape. Well, this is just a really efficient way to do it. Normally you would use the whole character here, but this is just a very efficient way to do it. So I separate the head and use it as a morph target. But there's a problem when I bring it in electric image. So let's say if I'm animating, and this head only has UVs on it, so it's not a big thing. So this is just UVs for that, and then this is a whole body. And I just added the UVs so I could take this into ZBrush and paint it. But I noticed something. If you notice here, where I separated the head, which is around here, you can look at this, and you can directly see that even though I have blend shapes, there's no deviation from where the head is chopped, is added. And so, but if you go to electric image, and here's the same character, okay, and you can't tell like the morph target from the morph target window. So I add the blend shapes onto this, and as you can see here, that even though the blend shapes work fine, there's a problem with the normals. Okay, so so after I cut off the head and I put it back on, uh, and I put it back on in Maya, what I do is I normalize it to make sure that it is smooth, so that there's no problem here. So once it's normalized, even if I take it off and cut it off and put it back on, once it's normalized, it's not a problem. Okay, so, and Maya seems to understand that even though there's a blend shape here, it ignores the normals for this. Whereas when I export this as an OBJ, then and then re-import it into electric image, it seems to, if I export it as a object file here, and I export it as an OBJ, okay, it seems to, and then I use object to fact, and so it might be an object to fact translation problem, but the fact of the matter is, and which I could see, this is cut off here, so the calculations of the normals, and we all know what I'm talking about, normals. The calculations of the normals may be different. So if I went here to display, and I went to face normals, so the normals are here, and these are the face normals. So I would prefer to get the vertex normals, and so we go here, and we're gonna say face normals. So vertex normals. So these vertex normals are pretty much the same as these vertex normals here. So even if they are different, which they look a little different to me, even if they are different, which there's no way I can really tell here, reduce the size. Okay, so even if they were different, which I can't tell, so that's here, and I don't have a readout on, maybe I do have a readout on the angle of that normal. Let's see, I have a vertex, but I don't know if it gives me a normal readout. I could look through it, but basically, yeah, I don't know if I could tell visually either. Maybe if I put them together, try that. See, now I'm not showing the problem, I'm trying to fix the problem. Okay, so here, I say? Yeah. So here's the normal here. And you can tell from this vertex that these normals are off. Okay? So they're not the same. And maybe I can do within producing this procedure that I can, make the normal the same. Because actually, what I did was I did something to this. And because I had the UV maps on this, I believe. Or I have the UV maps on this. And I don't have them on this. So, yes, I could try to reproduce this and keep the normals the same. And because I think I changed it. But regardless, Maya has no problem understanding the normals even after, uh, even if they aren't the same. So the morph targeter, or the actual blend shape, still understands these normals. So it gives this normals on this particular, on the base mesh, precedence over the normals on this one. So, you know, maybe there's a way that I could straighten this out in the process, but it is something that I should bring to your attention anyhow, because it would slow the process. And yes, we can, I'll do a test and see if I can get rid of the process, if I can fix it throughout the process, which means redoing the morpher targets. But I thought that this character would be a nice, quick, easy character to use as far as it'll be a great character to use as far as sea level and weight map painting. So I just wanted to give you a heads up that that is a concern, and it's an issue, and my point is it's not an issue here, but it's an issue when I bring in an electric image. And there are two different sets of normals at the edge, and this does not affect it, and it does affect it when you take it out. And even though you have a base mesh here and electric image, you have, and I'll just bring the morph target window back over here, an electric image, so that you can see this. You can clearly see that it becomes an issue here. So here is the normals are fading in and out with this. And so it would be great if the normals were, the vertex normals of the base mesh had precedence over the targets or anything more into it. And so it would make this process very efficient for me if I could just, if I just had a switch that could do that. Or if there was any way to correct it here. Now, is there any way I could take it out and renormalize it? That's another option. But it's just something that is an issue. So I wanted to bring it to your attention, and thanks a lot. Again, this is an object that I'm going to rush to. I'm going to get this regardless. I'm going to get a, I'm going to texture paint this. I had to do everything to get this, in here. This is a regular Proton model, royalty-free model, and so I have set it up, and this is something that, all the things that had to be going into this, and so I'm just trying to get a very clean character, and so there's a number of things that I need to do, and this would be one of the parts in doing that. So if you guys can help out, I don't expect anything right off the bat, but and even for this character, I would let it go. I could even put something around his neck, but it wouldn't seem like that would be necessary. Okay.